Dear seeker, have you ever wondered, if Dharma is sacred, why did I lie, cheat, and manipulate? Do you question whether I, a divine guide, am a guardian of truth or its greatest betrayer? Today, I reveal the dark side of Dharma, the secrets Scripture whitewashed. This trial is not for the pious or the prejudiced, it is for you. Will you join me as we expose the cage of cosmic compromise? Are you ready to confront the truth about divine fallibility? I see you, dear seeker. Do you rage at leaders who preach morality yet practice deceit? Do you ask, if even I bend my own rules, can any leader be trusted? Your doubts are not new. Like Arjuna, standing amidst the chaos of Kurukshetra, you question the very nature of duty and divinity. Now ask yourself, can the imperfections of a divine guide be the catalyst for greater truth? I confess my own missteps, not to exalt my flaws, but to show you that even gods face moral dilemmas. Have you ever felt betrayed by the promise of purity in those who claim to lead? The Bhagavad Gita's Chapter 18 hides my darkest secret, ready to unearth it. Stay with me, for what I reveal today will redefine your faith in justice, power, and the very nature of Dharma. Have you ever asked, how could a divine being betray his own teachings? On that fateful day, when Arjuna hesitated in the face of overwhelming despair, did you know I broke my vow? In the Gita, chapter 2, verse 38, I exhorted, fight for Dharma, indifferent to gain or loss. Yet, when Arjuna faltered, I made a choice. I grabbed a weapon and schemed to alter the course of fate by targeting Bhishma. Is this hypocrisy or a necessary strategy? Ask yourself, can a divine plan sometimes require actions that seem to contradict its pure ideals? I did what was needed, for Dharma is not a rigid rule book, but a dynamic chessboard where even a pawn may be sacrificed to save the kingdom. Does this revelation disturb you, or does it challenge you to look beyond simple labels of right and wrong? Could breaking a rule ever be an act of higher duty? Have you ever wondered, is a lie justified if it saves the righteous? When I informed Drona that his son had perished, did you know I weaponized a father's grief? In the Gita, chapter 4, verse 8, I vowed to protect the virtuous by manifesting in times of need. Yet, in that moment, I twisted truth to ensure the fall of a tyrant. Now, ask yourself, when is deception a necessity, and when is it a sin? Can you reconcile the idea that in order to protect many, one might have to betray a single bond of trust? The bloodshed on the battlefield of the Mahabharata is not without its moral complexities. And so, I challenge you. Are you prepared to question the absolutes of right and wrong? Do ends justify the means in the quest for justice? Have you ever asked, why must even the noble fall? I stripped Karna of his invincible armor, exploiting his loyalty, and left him to die in disgrace. In the Gita, chapter 2, verse 47, I reminded Arjuna, your right is to action, never its fruits. Yet, I manipulated fate itself to secure Arjuna's triumph. Now, consider this. Is it divine favoritism or a harsh lesson in the price of unchecked pride? Do you see that even the most virtuous can be ensnared by their fate when the scales of cosmic balance tip too far? This begs the question, can divine intervention be both a blessing and a curse? I leave you to ponder. Does the sacrifice of one soul serve the greater good, or is it a stain upon the fabric of Dharma? Can divine choices be forgiven if they come at a cost? Have you ever dared to ask, what if even the infinite is flawed? Scholars often skip this forbidden verse from the Gita's final chapter, a confession too raw for the uninitiated. I admit here that to maintain the cosmic balance, I too have faltered. I have become the sinner in the eyes of those who refuse to see the grey. Now, I challenge you. Can you forgive a God who, in his quest to preserve the world, must sometimes tread the path of moral ambiguity? Is it possible that Dharma itself demands sacrifice, even from the divine? Reflect. Does true purity exist without the interplay of light and shadow? Or is it the interplay that creates the canvas of existence? Will you accept the complexity of divine imperfection? Now, dear seeker, have you come to understand? Can Dharma ever be purely light, or is it the labyrinth of shadows that shapes our destiny? The truth is, my actions, my transgressions were not born of malice, but of the need to uphold a higher cosmic order, to protect love, to save many. Sometimes the sanctity of duty demands a break in the rules. If you feel the stirrings of this hard truth within your heart, will you choose to embrace the complexity of your own path? Type "I accept" in the comments below. If you are ready to accept that neither saint nor sinner defines us, we are all human, dancing on the edge of divine mystery. Share this revelation with another soul trapped by black and white morality. Remember always, in the grand theatre of life, you are not merely a character in a perfect play. You are the master, the prisoner, the warden, and the key. Will you now choose to walk the path of profound understanding, embracing both the light and the shadow?